to LA with it. Ride to LA with it. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no chain. Feel like Ice Cube, cause a dead good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
Finally get paid for the get down. You can't tell me now about time. Do you know how many lines I done pent down? Vibes I done sent out, but we ain't here to dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet the kids. Success still the target, soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my growth. Cause I got something they never had. So get on the beat and I need a helipad. I float, I'm fly, you know where I'm from, so it comes as no surprise. I just out with a mean vernacular, dream spectacular. I keep a queen and passenger, FL capital Y. Anywhere I am, jam, that's for sure. Turn me on, better set the mood from the door. That's just how it go.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. I hit in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
That's why I came out stepping. I can't be doing things regular for you. I want the magic to last. I know how time try and ruin things. It get repetitive, got you tempted to doing things. I can't get reckless without you, wouldn't be no music thing. Plus remember we made promises way back then, and I still owe that 5-bed house with 2-3 kids. We got a fairy tale plan that's gonna change up the order they sort the mail in. Plus I know loyalty not as valued as what it was. We not influenced by what they do cause it's only us. I still hear poetry when I'm looking into them eyes. I still get lost in the thought of you with so much to find. And yeah, you know you fine, but still I must remind that we can live this forever and feel this forever and never and never. And still that wouldn't leave me enough for time to tell you all the ways I feel. Why would I throw that away for thrills? Trying to play the field.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. I hit in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Thank you guys so much for patiently waiting until, we get everything rolling. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me pause the music real quickly. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me and everything. Sorry for the wait, man. A lot going on, guys. Need you guys to lift us up in your prayers and everything. You guys know that we got hit by Hurricane Beryl, and it's been rough. I've been doing everything I can to try to, clean up the yard and, kind of take out some of the damaged tree branches out of the yard and stuff. Our AC stopped working today, so I've been busy trying to figure that out and get it fixed. So pray for us. And then plus I'm trying to get everything rolling in terms of our insurance so that we can get our roof looked at. And there's like tons of stuff going on, man. So appreciate you guys' patience. I'm actually working in the heat right now. It's actually hot, extra hot in the house. So I've been staying hydrated, so don't worry on that. I've been doing everything that I can. Good news is the wife and the baby is not home, and I can take the heat. So, it's all good. But, please lift us up in your prayers. And thank y'all for the well wishes and everything. I really do appreciate you guys. All right. So make sure you guys hit the like button for me, man. We're in the Bat Cave again. I'm doing some rearranging in the office. So we'll be back in the office maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. I'm just doing a million things at one time. So just trying to be everywhere. And then as soon as I'm done with the show, I got to go get the AC part so that I can fix it myself. So please keep us in your prayers, guys. And we're trying to keep the MGN headquarters. I can't even speak. MGN headquarters protected and safe and everything like that, so we can continue to do the shows for y'all. All right. So keep praying for me and First Lady and the baby. We're hanging in there, guys. We're trying to fight. We're trying to restore everything back to normal as much as we possibly can. Okay. So let's do a real quick intro, and then we're going to be, then we're going to go ahead and get started. So what's up, guys? We're back at it again with another one. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Turn on that post notification bell, and appreciate you guys. All right. So we got a major topic to go over and discuss. This is nothing new. All right. Obviously, we're getting a report that Microsoft is planning to stop pushing consoles. Like this is like something that we have already known since this entire generation. The trickle effect is happening now. Microsoft is expanding the ability to enjoy their games on different ecosystems. Not ecosystems. I meant to say devices. Sorry, devices. They've been branching out even more. They just did the Fire Stick TV situation, and that's also something that we need to highlight as well, because yes, while that is more for like casual gamers and not so much for the hardcore, I mean, it's very evident that Microsoft is slowly pulling away from the console and really focusing their energy on, like I've been saying this whole time, cloud, mobile, and PC. That's where their energy is. This is something that is pretty significant, guys, because I remember Phil Spencer talking about this before. I think he was on the Kind of Funny Xcast where he was talking to Paris and Mike and Greg and all of them. And he was basically saying this was one of the biggest console generations for them to lose was the PS4. Not this generation, but the PS4 generation. And right when he said that, man, I was just like, man, Microsoft is still in defeat, right? And I just feel deep down in my inside that they can still win, right? They can still win this generation. I just feel like they just gave up, Consoles are not going to sell themselves, right? I've been saying this numerous times. Consoles are not going to sell themselves. Like, you got to put in the work. You got to build a foundation that gamers can somehow levitate to or gravitate to and continue to buy your consoles. But the thing is with Microsoft, they're everywhere and they want to continue to be everywhere, and they don't necessarily care about the console gamer as much. And it sucks because that's why you hear a lot of people saying, well, Xbox is dead.
Is to go.
You know what I'm saying?
Even further beyond.
Oh my God.
I do not want First Lady and the poor baby in the heat. I want First Lady and sweet baby to be chilled and in the spa.
Wow. Gaskin. Oh my Lord. God is so good. Wow. Gaskin with the 200. Gaskin, what in the world? I know that's Gaskin. First Lady needs to be cool. I know that. Oh man, you guys, man, you elite members of the nation, man. You guys make me cry sometimes, man. You guys always come through, man. You guys don't have to, man. Listen, it's rough right now, man. It's rough. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm literally emptied out. Like, I don't have any savings. Everything is gone because I'm just spending money, and just trying to repair the house and get everything going. And it's just so much going on, man. So much going on. So thank you so much, Gaskin. I appreciate it, man. You did not have to do that. Oh my God. Oh Lord. God bless you. God bless you, Gaskin. Wow, that is so generous of Gaskin. So I tell you, man, we have some of the best members in our community. You guys know who you are. Gaskin, Nola, TJ Robinson, there's no hope for you. All of you guys, man, you guys know who you are, the top people in the nation. You guys always come through and help out. And like I've always tell you guys, no good deed goes undone, man, or goes unnoticed. And you guys don't have to do this, man. Like, it is what I'm doing all I can. And I'm tired, bro, but I'm here. I got to get the show done for you guys. So I appreciate all of you guys, man, and the generosity and everything. Love you guys. But yo, listen, man, I don't know. See, that's the thing that I think a lot of people are talking about right now is like Microsoft is in the Sega route, right? But the difference is with Sega is like Sega don't have that type of money, to basically do a Dreamcast 2, right? Or to facilitate another console on the market. Microsoft have that type of money. And that's why the relevancy of the console is still around, right? And it's crazy because I'm like, my whole thing is this. This is my whole... Oh, no way. Oh, man. Oh, my Lord. Thank you.
I know what it's like to go through hurricanes because I'm in Florida, but if Microsoft is pulling from consoles, I sense this next-gen Xbox might be the last.
You know what? Thank you so much, Dwayne. Thank you for the 10. God bless, bro. God bless you, bro. God bless you. Appreciate you. Yeah. I was getting ready to get into that. It's sad, man. I see some people rejoicing about this, bro. Like, there's nothing to rejoice about. Like, this is not good. Microsoft trying to stop pushing consoles in certain regions. This is not good. This is not a good thing. Microsoft, like, giving up on the console space. This is nothing to be laughing about. I see some people on Twitter rejoicing about this. Bro, like, we need Microsoft. We need Microsoft to compete with Sony. Like, we need them. You see what I'm saying? Because Nintendo don't care. And this is something that I've been saying all this time. Like, Nintendo does not care. They don't care. You know what I mean? Nintendo is in a league of their own. So it don't matter to Nintendo if Microsoft goes away. Or Sony don't even care either. Sony feels like they're on top. They're on top of the console space. Who cares if they go out of business? Who cares if they go under? Who cares if they get out of the console space? We don't care. You know what I mean? That's better for us. But at the same time, that sucks for us gamers because these companies, they get so freaking complacent and then they start getting all lackadaisical and don't want to push and don't want to give us the games that we're asking for or even put for the best effort and stuff. So we need Microsoft. This is not something to laugh about and rejoice about. Like, bro, this sucks, man. I remember when Microsoft used to dominate the console space. Ever since we got into the Xbox One generation, it was just like a whole complete, I don't know what was going on with the team, the leadership team after the Xbox 360. Obviously, a lot of them kind of, step away, retired, or I guess Microsoft didn't want to rehire the same team over again. I don't freaking know. All I know is I know Microsoft can do it. I know they can, but that's not their main goal. That's not their main focus right now. Their biggest focus right now, dog, is the cloud. It's the mobile side of things and PC. That is it. Yeah. They're still going to put effort forward, into consoles. Yeah, they're still, but it's not the effort that we want. So I'm not surprised that Microsoft is giving up on consoles. I'm not surprised, but you're right. This could very well be the last hurrah. This next Xbox that they're doing, Sarah Bond has been talking about it. Phil has been talking about it. Matt Booty have been talking about it. And, Sarah, she said, listen, this is going to be a huge technical leap in terms of hardware and in terms of what we're doing. And I was like, okay, that sounds good and all, but we have learned from Microsoft when it comes to them saying, oh, look at all this power that our box can do. Look how much teraflops, is inside of this box and this and that. But like I've always said, none of that means anything, because if you're not fully utilizing the hardware and pushing the hardware, it means nothing. And that's one of the biggest problems and one of the biggest complaints I have with Microsoft this entire generation for the series consoles is them pushing the consoles, right? It's very evident that Microsoft really just care about the casual gamer. And that's very evident. Look at Digital Foundry. Look at what Digital Foundry said at the beginning of this generation. Remember what they said? They had an interview with Microsoft, a higher up at Microsoft, and they said, well, yeah, the Series S is out of the series consoles, the Series S is their main console. And I was like, wait, what? No. I said, wait, no. I said, Digital Foundry heard something wrong. There's no way. And then more of truth start coming out after they said that. This was like, what, three and a half years ago when this was said. And I was like, wait, there's no way. And right there and then I said, okay, it makes sense now. It makes a whole lot of sense on why the situation is how it's turning out with the series consoles, right? You see a lot of developers are going through a lot of issues with the series consoles pertaining to the S, being that it has limited VRAM and all the parity situation going on and all of that type of stuff, and development issues that, developers are having, especially with Baldur's Gate. And now we're seeing issues with, what's that game called? Black Myth Wukong and all this and that. Like, these are some of the things that I'm hoping that Microsoft can iron out the next generation, bro, and still fight, bro. Do not give up. I think the last time we looked at the numbers, they were sitting at about 28 million consoles. Bro, they're lagging behind 360. How long ago did 360 drop? Was it 2005? Bro, this is 2024. Right? They're lagging behind the Xbox One. The last time we looked at the numbers from Circana, shout out to Matt from Circana, like they're lagging behind 2 console generations. That is not good. This is not something to laugh about. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. This is the actual reality. This is not good. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like if you're in the console space, you should push as much as you can. And I see them putting in effort, bro, because the Xbox showcase that they just had, oh my God, it was so good. And in that moment, when they had the promotion going for Xbox Series X's for $399, I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I was like, what? Sold out. All it took was one showcase, dog. One showcase. What does that tell you? That if Microsoft continues to replicate that formula, that amazing showcase that they had, they will move more consoles. But it's going to take a mammoth It's going to take more of a mammoth of showcases for Microsoft to sell more consoles because of the decision that was made a long time ago. When Microsoft started pushing more and more on other platforms other than the Xbox console itself, it was game over right there and then. When they start pushing the PC and pushing to cloud and pushing to mobile and this and that, it was over right there and then. I said, okay, this ain't the same Microsoft, because they're not just staying to the box. They're not just putting all their eggs in one bag. You can't. These companies are looking for growth. These companies are looking at this and be like, how can we get more gamers to play our games? And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's what I'm saying. You can still have that model going. Like, you can still have that business model going and still be aggressive in the console market. Look at Sony. Prime example. Look at Sony. Sony is still being aggressive in the console market, even though they feel like they don't have any competition in the console market. But they know that they still have to be pushing the games in order to sell consoles. And at the same time, they're still pushing on other platforms like PC, like mobile and cloud. They know that, listen, PlayStation, in terms of the console, will always be our bread and butter. But at the end of the day, we need growth. You see what I'm saying? We need to grow beyond the PlayStation 5. Remember, what's his name? Hiroki Kotoki and Herman Hulse talked about that stuff. You know, they still want to keep the legacy of PlayStation alive, but at the same time, they need to reevaluate some things, because during the Jim Ryan era and everything, things were different. And there was a lot of decisions that were made that was not good for PlayStation. You know what I mean? And you guys know what those decisions are. Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft made some garbage freaking decisions during the Xbox generation, Xbox One generation, I should say, specifically speaking, that literally tarnish
no way.
Everything.
Oh my Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Nintendo is in their own world, and they do what's best for them. Sony is already lackluster in communication. People think that Sony is bad now. Just wait until competition no longer exists.
Exactly. My point exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was trying to say was, like, if you think it's bad now, just wait until Microsoft completely goes away. Completely goes away and be like, no, you know what? We tried. We're done. All right, Sony, there you go, man. How do you guys think?
Oh, no way. Oh my Lord. Thank you.
Just a thought, Marlon. Do you think Microsoft's next console could be the handheld? Because with a handheld mixed with the Fire Stick, that would be more than an actual home console. Hence next technical leap.
You know, okay, all right, let me tackle both of these at the same time. So Mark said about, Sony already suck at communication, basically. And if you think it's bad now, wait until the competition no longer exists. Yeah, that is something that we know that Sony has to work on, which Herman Hulse have already said, like, listen, bro, like, we know we suck at communication and we're working on that and we're going to do better, right? And I'm hoping that Herman can come in clutch with what he's saying, because right now communication wise, it is still bad. It is still bad. This has been going on for generations with Sony right now. Also too, again, Sony feels like they have no competition in the console space. And I know some of you guys will be like, no, that's excuses. It's not excuses. It's just what their actions. Sony, look at that showcase. Look at that amazing. No, look at the evidence. It's not excuses. Look at the evidence. And everybody's been saying this for years. Sony, they just feel like they don't have any competition, right? Their actions are showing that. Look at that amazing showcase that Microsoft just delivered. Don't you think Sony should have just answered back right away? Because almost every PlayStation fan that was on Twitter on the same day that Microsoft delivered that showcase, Sony tagging PlayStation saying, hey, we need a showcase now, because Microsoft just shut stuff down. Why didn't Sony just answer back right away? Well, it's multiple different reasons. One, they ain't got nothing to show. Two, well, they feel like they don't have no competition. And three, we'll talk when we ready to talk. I mean, that's Sony, bro. Like that's just how Sony is. Like, they're only gonna move when they feel like they need to make a move. They're not gonna move because, well, Microsoft is doing this now. Before, they have been reactionary and jump up, especially with the whole Bethesda acquisition. Remember, Jim Ryan was like, "Oh yeah, dog." Let me try to get my fake English accent on. Herman. Oh, we need to get the jet ready here. We got to get ready. We got to acquire Bungie, even though we don't have the money for it. We need to hurry and get this acquisition going so that we can answer back to Bethesda. My voice is cracking right now. You guys get the idea of what I'm saying. Like, sometimes Sony will jump, like when they see Microsoft jump, right? But now it's just like Sony ain't even budging. Like, they ain't even flinching right now. Sony ain't even flinching. Like, they ain't even making a move. They like, we don't care. We don't care. Microsoft delivered the goods. They should have been doing that. We don't care. We gonna make y'all wait. And it's just like, well, Sony, like, we still don't have a clear roadmap of what the heck is going on with the PlayStation 5. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. We'll make a move when we need to make a move. Okay. Now, to piggyback off of what you were saying about handheld mixed with Fire Stick, I think the handheld console is going to be its own thing. I think that they're going to probably launch that alongside. I don't think we're getting the new handheld anytime soon. I think that's probably going to be for the next generation, because if you remember when Ryan McCaffrey was interviewing Phil Spencer, and Phil was like, yeah, we hear you guys about the handheld and stuff. And that's something that, we're not, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I can't think of the word right now that I'm looking for, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like, we're not going to try to shy away from the idea of making a handheld console. That is something that we're looking into and things of that nature. And we hear you and this and that. Remember that, right? Because he was talking about the ROG Ally and all this and that, right? So I do expect them to have a handheld, but I think their next console is still going to be a dedicated home console. Remember, they canceled that Keystone. You guys must remember that. And it's a reason why they canceled that Keystone, because the Keystone is, if I remember, the Project Keystone console, I think it was supposed to be like $150 or something like that. And it was supposed to be an all streaming box, like a small, probably as small as this Netgear, probably as small as this. I think if you guys remember the prototypes, we covered it on the channel. So it's supposed to be like as small as this Netgear and cheaper than a Series S, and you'll be able to like stream on it. Some of you guys remember what I'm talking about, Keystone, but that got canceled in the wake of them doing this whole Amazon stuff. So I do think that we're still going to get the handheld, but we're also going to get a dedicated console from them as well. And I think after that, I think that's going to be it. I don't think Microsoft is going to really do anything else after that. It sucks, but I just, with the way how the series consoles are selling right now, I just don't see it, because look at the energy that they're putting out right now. Look at the Xbox showcase, right? Look at the Xbox showcase. Like, the only takeaway that I can say that I can run away with from that Xbox showcase was the fact that they showed off new hardware. They showed off new Xbox consoles. They showed off that white Series S. They showed off the Series X. I think it's a white one. Correct me if I'm wrong. A white Series X, and then they showed off the Galaxy one for $599, right? So they showed that off. And to the console gamer, okay, Microsoft, oh, okay, well, I already got a Series X, but okay, that's them kind of showing a little bit of attention to the console space, but not as aggressive as they once were. And it sucks. This is not something that I'm happy about, bro, because I grew up in a time frame where Microsoft was very aggressive and they would stop at nothing to stop Sony. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The PS3 generation. The PS3 versus Xbox 360. That was the best generation, hands down, between Microsoft and Sony that we have ever seen in gaming history, right? And unfortunately, a lot of you guys keep reminding me, Marlon, get that out your head, because that's not going to happen. I do think that Microsoft still can do it. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm stupid and I don't have any common sense and I just need to let it go. But I'm not giving up on Microsoft. I do think that they still got it. But because after that Xbox showcase, I'm just going to keep it real with you. Bro, I literally felt like this is the Xbox 360 generation all over again. I'm like, wow. And the crazy part about this whole thing is that, well, this is not necessarily like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not even necessarily their full hand. Like, they're not showing us every single game that's in development. I'm like, wow, Gears of War E-Day. How can Sony top that? Gears E-Day, Fable, Avowed, State of Decay, Perfect Dark, Indiana Jones. What? Oh my God. Stalker 2. How can you top, what's it? Expedition 33. How can you top that? All them other games. Maybe there's some other games that I'm missing. How can you top that? Microsoft literally lay it down. I mean, I've seen grown man cry. Like, bro, I had the tears. I literally had the tears in my eyes, bro, when I saw Gears of War E-Day. I'm like, wow. So I know from that perspective, from what we're seeing, like, I know Microsoft still got it. It's just, they just need to continue and be more aggressive. And I feel like we'll be fine. I don't want Microsoft to go away, but this is a problem. Microsoft is going through an identity crisis. They've been going through that since the beginning of this generation, because it's like, bro, what do you, it's like this minute they're hot and the next minute they're cold. And it's like, oh, okay, you know, I'm okay with you or getting behind the idea of, well, play everywhere. Every screen is an Xbox. I'm okay with that. But still stay true to who you are. Does that make sense to anybody? Still stay true to your backbone, to your roots. You got into this with the original black, ugly, bulky VCR box console that weighs about 10 pounds, right? You got into it starting off with consoles. You see what I'm saying? And now you're drifting away from that, and that's fine because you need more growth. And not only that, they're putting their games on other platforms, right? And on top of that, the subscription service, the subscription model is their bread and butter right now. And some people believe that, well, having the subscription model or having Game Pass as their bread and butter is a massive problem. Because it's like, bro, you know how subscription services is. Not everybody's going to subscribe to your subscription service. I don't even know if you guys realize this. Microsoft is putting every dime they have into Game Pass in hoping that it will carry them into the future. Remember what Phil said? Phil said that, listen, the end goal, or one of the major goals that they want for Game Pass, is 100 million subscribers. They have a lot of work to do to get there. We have heard from different analysts that, listen, there's barely any growth in the subscription service models. Sony themselves raised concern. Jim Ryan said, hey, the subscription model is just not a good thing, especially when it comes to the industry. And a lot of developers was hitting out against it. And that's their bread and butter. Game Pass is their bread and butter. Game Pass is their baby. And this is why I was trying to tell you guys earlier that, listen, like Microsoft right now, they're not going to stop acquiring. Yeah, they might have to go back to court because of the Activision Blizzard King deal. But hear me and hear me loudly and clearly. Once they get over that hurdle with the FTC and whatever other, you know, old baggages that they got to sort out with the courts beyond what's going on right now, all I'm telling you guys is this. At the end of the day, Microsoft will continue to push every screen as an Xbox. They will continue to partner up with different companies. It ain't just going to be Amazon, y'all. They're going to partner up with even more and more companies as time goes by. So if you're not in agreement with this business model that Microsoft is pushing right now, every screen is an Xbox, slowly pushing away from the console space and investing more money and time and resources in other areas where they're seeing more growth, then I don't know what else to tell you, because that's literally what it is. More growth is what Microsoft needs right now, right? Because they feel like, okay, well, on the console side of things, on the console side of things, they feel like, well, it's just like, nah, we need to grow beyond this. We're not getting enough growth as much as we would like in the console space. We already, remember what Phil said, we're already at the ceiling or close to the ceiling in terms of growth. So in order for them to be able to operate as a business, they have to go beyond the console. Look at Sony. Sony is fine in the console space, right? They number one over Microsoft right now in the console space. They don't have the same problem. The only problem Sony have right now, the biggest problem, is communication and showing people the games that they want. That is it. And backwards compatibility, and making sure that backwards compatibility is A1. Other than that, Sony don't really have any trouble selling hardware. It's just Microsoft. Okay, now here's the next pillar of what I'm about to say, and then we're going to dive into the main topic of this situation and who it's coming from. This guy is glued to Microsoft, so you just never know. But we're still going to take this with a grain of salt, even though this is very evident. This is evidence that Microsoft themselves had said before. Now, we know Microsoft does not have a strong footing in Europe, in other regions of the world. In the US, they do sell consoles, but not as much as they would like. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if Microsoft is going to be pulling the plug in other regions. This is nothing surprising to me. If Microsoft said, hey, we're going to stop making consoles, or we're going to stop pushing or marketing consoles in Europe, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, bro, we are not selling enough because we're spending billions of dollars, millions of dollars on marketing, shipping stuff to retailers, and people are just not buying the console. So why keep pushing if people are not buying? And that's a Microsoft problem. That's not a people problem. That's a Microsoft problem. So Microsoft needs to dig deep and come up with a logic that makes sense for the gamer to buy that console. Whether it's dropping bangers after bangers every year when it comes to these showcases, whether it's making sure that they're pushing high quality games day one into Game Pass. I don't know. Whatever it takes to sell that console. That's what you got to do. I used to do sales, bro. You got to make sure you're persuading people all the way around. Not just one way, all 360 in every aspect. You understand what I'm saying? Because right now, it ain't looking too good in terms of sales for Microsoft. And granted, if Microsoft would have said, okay, we're done. We're completely done in the console space. You know what, Sony? You can have it. We're just going to do cloud, mobile, and PC. I'll be pissed. I'll be really pissed, and I'll be really hurt because now Sony is going to be like, yeah, we'll do a showcase when we feel like doing a showcase. Yeah, we're going to do what we want to do. And granted, off the top, like, these companies are going to do whatever they're going to do, but you guys get what I'm saying. Less fan service and more one world domination when it comes to the market. Like, now they fixing to be Apple times 10. Now they fixing to be lazy and just feel like, well, ain't nobody pushing us, so we don't need to do a darn thing. I'm gonna make y'all wait. Y'all gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? And they know that people are still buying PS5s. So it's different on the Sony side of things because people know that Sony, have XYZ amount of games that they've released from like 3+ years. Same thing with Microsoft. But the difference is that people know when it comes to Sony, and the quality of the games that Sony put out, they know what they can expect or to look forward to. Microsoft just now start putting their foot down this year with that Xbox showcase. Not only that, but even prior to all of this, prior to them buying Bethesda, prior to them buying Activision Blizzard King, like people were like sitting there like, well, Microsoft still got first party studios, right? And then when they bought Activision Blizzard and when they bought Bethesda, everybody was like, okay, Microsoft got games. Microsoft got games, right? And they had games before, but the problem is that the same rinse and repeat, the same Gears, same Halo, same Forza, right? And it's crazy how Microsoft has pulled away from Gears, Forza, and Halo and Fable and doing and having so many other games to support those titles, right? Once they acquired Bethesda, once they acquired Activision, it was game over right there because now, we got plenty. We have so much for people to play and to enjoy. And our subscription model, which is Game Pass, is the heart and soul of our business and our future and what we see to happen for us. Like we want Game Pass to work and we're going to continue to make that work. So if Microsoft got to buy the entire industry and jam it into Game Pass, that's exactly what they're going to do. The only downside to it all is the quality of the games and the price of Game Pass. You see right now, as of yesterday, Game Pass went up $3, right? A whole $3 if you're on if you're on Game Pass Ultimate, right? It's $19.99 now. Some people feel like that's too expensive. Some people feel like, I'm getting away with murder. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Like, I don't have anything to worry about. Like, I'm good. I'm getting all the value here. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing to complain about. Like, that's $240 a year. I play 10 games a year. So I'm winning on the Microsoft side. I'm getting away with it. I'm winning. I'm beating that court case. I'm winning. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, whoa. You see? Like, if you look at some people, they're looking at it like, nah, that's too much. But if it's too much, then go out there and purchase your games for $70. Now, Microsoft has put themselves in a pickle where the biggest selling point of Game Pass is day one on Game Pass, right? And now they're coming out with a new standard tier for $15 without that business model, without that winning formula, which is day one on Game Pass. But what I had to realize was, well, Marlon, you must realize this. Not every single Xbox fan or not every single gamer out there cares for Microsoft day one games. You must remember that, Marlon. You must remember that. And I had to tell myself that, like, Marlon, what are you smoking? Not every single person care about day one on Game Pass. So again, while some people throwing a fit saying, what's the whole point? That's stupid. Why are you removing day one on Game Pass when that's the selling point? That's the pitch. Well, that's the pitch for maybe the majority, but there's always the rest of the fan base or the rest of the casuals or whoever it is that don't care for that. They're okay with Game Pass Core and they're okay with 25 games that they can play. They don't have to be the latest or greatest games, or they're okay with not having day one games, whatever the case may be. So whether it's Game Pass Core or it's Game Pass Standard or Ultimate, it doesn't matter. Now, I've seen an article and I've seen discussions on Twitter saying how confusing these subscription services are. Sony got so many different tiers to their subscription service. Microsoft got so many different tiers. It's confusing for some people. Some people don't understand, why are they so much tiers? Why not just have one tier and be done? Some people think maybe 2 tiers and be done. This is how these companies make money. It's called business. I had to learn it. I had to understand that, listen, these companies are in business to make money. They're not your friend. They're not your compadre. They're not your kinfolk. They ain't related to you. You see what I'm saying? They're related to your pockets and your pocketbooks only. All they care about is the dime that comes out of your pocket. They're friends with you when they can get your money. When they can't get your money, guess what? We're cutting off your service. Just like your light bill. You don't pay your light bill. You don't pay your mortgage. You're getting thrown out. Your light bill is getting cut off. They don't care. They'll sweet. How you doing, sir? How can I help you? We're seeing right here that you have a pass-through balance of $255. How can you pay that today? And the minute you say you don't have it, click. Call us back when you have our money. Same thing with Sony and Microsoft. When are you gonna have our $19.99? Oh, so you're breaking up. I can't hear you. You said what? You don't have it, huh? You said what? I can't hear you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You said what? You don't have it. Click. We don't want to hear that. That's sob excuses. We don't want to hear you don't have it. Find it and then holler back at us. This is why we have to put our foot down. This is why we have to demand better when it comes to these consoles, when it comes to these games. This is why we have to shout on the highest mountain and say, nah, this is bullcrap. This game is garbage. And you need to take that garbage back and fix it and put forth something better. Because, hey, guess what, bro? If we don't have it, these companies do not care if you don't have it. They need that green. And if they don't have that green, you are in trouble. This is why I say we always got to keep on demanding better and put these companies accountable for their actions, whatever it may be. For the longest time, we've been asking Microsoft, stop showing all these doggone CGI trailers and show us gameplay. Every doggone Xbox event just felt so lackluster. It's too many CGI. They took that criticism and they turned water into wine. With that Xbox showcase, they literally turn water into wine. We literally saw them just did that last month. And I was like, wow, why couldn't you do that from the very beginning? Why couldn't you do that from the jump? Is it the fact that, well, Sony ain't going hard, so we not going to go hard? That type of cat and mouse bullcrap mindset, that's what gets you in trouble. That's what makes you lose at the end of the day. Because you sitting there, oh, yeah. You go first, Sony. No. Sony's like, no, Microsoft, you go. You remember in the beginning of the generation? That's the cat and mouse game that they were both playing. Nah, we ain't showing nothing until when you show something. Nah, dog, bump that. Bump that cat and mouse garbage. You need to produce and show games. That's what drives consoles. That's what's going to send you growth to your subscription service. This ain't no bullcrap cat and mouse. Get that garbage out of here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You go first and then we'll go after. Oh, no. We're going to go first and then you. Nah, bro. Nah. Listen, bro. We are 4 years deep into this generation. Now that we are moving forward into a whole nother year of huge calendars of games, we still got to hold Sony and Microsoft accountable, right? We got to make sure that what we saw at this Xbox showcase continues to look better. Continues to look better before its release. Because
no way. Oh, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
Console subscriptions are so dumb. PC betters. Crown.
Hey, man. You see, like, PC gamers, they have been eating good for years. They don't have to pay for online. Remember back in the original Xbox time frame, 360, PS3, we start paying for online, right? And back then I was like, man, this should be free. But then no, everybody was telling me back then, oh, Marley, you crazy? They got to pay for servers. They got to pay somebody to maintain those servers and make sure everything is good. So they got to charge us. Okay, as long as everything is quality, right? Fast forward into now, people on PC are still playing for free online. And right now, obviously, it's the cheaper route, right? You're still getting everything that you will get on consoles, but for way less money, right? And so, again, not everybody wants to build a PC. Not everybody have the money to build a PC. But at the same time, it's just you can't help but look at that and be like, oh, man, we're paying $20 on console and they're paying $11.99 on PC. Right now, I remember the time when Microsoft said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go day one on PC with all our games." Everybody and their mama was losing their minds. Microsoft, are you out of your freaking mind? Look at what they're doing now. They look at Sony as a benefit. They look at Sony as a benefit, y'all. Come on, y'all. They looking at Sony as a benefit. Like, listen, they're our rival. They're our enemy. You know what I mean? We ain't buddy with Sony, but we're in business to make money. So we're going to capitalize off of our rival and make as much money as possible. Yeah, I'm telling you, Phil is in the boardroom. This is going to piss a lot of gamers off, but we don't care. We need money. We just spend $69 billion. We don't care. We got to do what we got to do. We're going to put our games and we're going to sell more copies. Look at Sea of Thieves. A lot of PlayStation fans, oh yeah, that's doo-doo. Don't care for Sea of Thieves. That's garbage. That's sea crap. You know what I mean? This is garbage. And then look, soon as Microsoft put it on Xbox, yay. Soon as they put it on PS5, yay. You know, people are buying these games. Guarantee you, this is the last point I'm gonna make, and then we're gonna get into this topic. I can guarantee you right now, if Microsoft puts Hellblade 2 on PS5, game over. Those naysayers, those people that were saying, oh yeah, Hellblade 2 is a walking simulator, Hellblade 2 is trash, blase, blah. Guess what, buddy? Guess who's gonna buy it when they put it on PS5? You gonna buy it. The same game that you've been trashing and saying is garbage, and it's a walking simulator, it's boring, the combat's the same, the game is too short, blah. You are going to buy it. That's how Microsoft gets you. And that's why Microsoft will continue to win. So yeah, you don't have to buy or play it on their console or on their ecosystem. Guess what, bro? Wherever you go, Microsoft is there. So they're going to continue to win and dominate in that area. So you don't have to like Hellblade 2 now. I guarantee you when they put it on PlayStation, some of y'all, the ones who have been knocking Hellblade 2 down, I can guarantee you you're going to play it. Not asking you, I'm telling you. Because same thing with Sea of Thieves. Okay, let's keep it a buck. All right, that's one of the games that a lot of people did not like, at least on the PlayStation side of things. Oh, look, #1 most pre-ordered game on the PlayStation Store. Wait, what? No, Marlon, for real. Hi-Fi Rush. Same thing about Hi-Fi Rush. Even though there was a lot of positivity with Hi-Fi Rush. As soon as Hi-Fi Rush went to another platform, oh, yeah, dog. I mean, let me grab that joint, dog. Let me grab that joint. Oh, yeah, grab that joint, huh? But before, you were saying that it was trash, or before, you're like, not my cup of tea. Fake Guitar Hero, Brutal Legends, garbage. Don't care for that. But all of a sudden, soon as Microsoft put it on another platform, rubbing your hands like Birdman. Guess who's going to be paying $70 for this? Me. Told you. All right, let's check this bad boy out, man. This is something that I feel like Microsoft, in terms of that particular idea or business model of them putting their games on PlayStation, they're going to continue to do that. No, however, how mad you get. Now, I still do believe that games like Halo and Gears and Forza and Fable still needs to be on Xbox.
Oh, no way. Oh,
Period.
my Lord. Thank you.
Stay on there.
Thank you.
Stay on there.
2024 to 2025 Xbox has quality bangers coming. 2026 and beyond is what I question. Micro has to continuously put out quality titles that warrant the new price. Not 1 or 2 titles.
That is true. That is true. Just like you said, Mark, thank you so much for the 10. Just like what you just said, you said 2024 and 2025, Xbox has quality bangers coming. They do. After looking at that Xbox showcase, they do. 2026 and beyond is what I quit. Exactly, because obviously the games that...
Oh, no way. Oh, my Lord. Thank you.
Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5 would make Bethesda and Microsoft a killing on PS5.
For sure. I mean, they were selling like crazy when they were on PlayStation. Oh, for sure. And Microsoft is smart in that regard. So yeah, they might be taking an L in the console space, selling consoles and all, but they're winning in other areas. And that's all that matters to Microsoft. Like, we're seeing growth in other areas. We don't care about brand loyalty. We don't care about fanboys and all this and that. We care about bread and we care about growth. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Fallout 5, Elder Scrolls 6. Why you think Phil is like, yeah, we can't comment about that right now? This was from years ago, light years ago, when Elder Scrolls 6 got announced. Oh, is it coming to PlayStation? Oh, is this blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about like when they acquired Bethesda. And he was like, no, we can't comment on that. We can't comment on that. You know, we can't comment on that. Fallout 5, I'm telling you, those are Bethesda games. Look at Doom. Look at Microsoft will be an idiot. It will almost be criminal for them not to put Doom on PS5. Are you mad? Are you stupid in your brains not to put Doom on PS5? That's what I'm saying. The Bethesda games should be on PS5 because here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Hear me and hear me very clearly. What was Bethesda before Microsoft bought them? A third-party publisher. Same thing with Activision Blizzard King. They were both third-party. They were releasing their games on PlayStation, right? So I do expect Microsoft to be smart enough to say, you know what? Let's keep bringing out those games. Let's keep bringing out all those games. Elder Scrolls 6. I wouldn't be surprised if Blade comes to PS5. I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows? I mean, obviously, some people said it's confirmed that it's coming to PS5 or whatever people are saying right now. But all those games that are having Bethesda on there, they should come to PS5. I don't see. That's easy money for Microsoft. That's easy money. You see what I'm saying? They're already going to be making bank off of Call of Duty and all these other Activision Blizzard King games. Why not release it on PS5? It's business at the end of the day. See what I'm saying? The problem that people are having with this mindset is you're not being aggressive in the console space. You're giving up in the console space. Some people don't really necessarily care that Microsoft is putting their games on PlayStation. The problem, like I said, is they're not aggressive. They're not fighting. They're not trying to win a console generation anymore. Like, they're just like, you know what? Screw it. We done in that space. We'll still be lukewarm, but we really done. And we're going to try to pull back as much as because listen, they're losing what? I think from the last time I heard, like what, $200? Guys, are you hearing me? Literally 200 and typically a lot of these console manufacturers, they be taking an L on the actual console. Like, they really don't make that much profit off the console. Microsoft is losing $200 and something off of every freaking console they sold. That's a lot of money to lose. See what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's like Microsoft has set things up to where you don't need an Xbox to enjoy Microsoft and their ecosystem. You don't need an Xbox. And they're making that even more and more evident. You do not need an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X to enjoy their games. They have made a whole shebang about every screen is an Xbox. And it literally is. Your smart TV is an Xbox. Your phone is an Xbox. Your tablet is an Xbox. Your fridge, if you have a smart fridge that supports Xbox app, it is. Fire Stick. It's very evident, guys. It's game over. No longer is Microsoft just saying, yeah, we gonna go hard on consoles. It sucks. It's sad. But the reality is coming sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and let's dig into the meat and potatoes of this article. And like I said before, some of you guys rejoicing about this stuff. This is nothing to rejoice about, bro. Like, we need Microsoft in the console space. Like, 100%. 100% need Microsoft in the console space. Like, if you think that Microsoft should go away and that's going to be bad for all of us. Are you kidding me, bro? That's going to be bad. Because that's going to happen is Sony going to feel like, oh, we on top of the world now. We ain't got no competition. We just going to do we just going to do whatever we want to do. We ain't even going to talk to y'all. At first we said, right, that we're going to communicate with y'all, but nah, there's no point in communicate. We're going to do what we do because ain't nothing pushing us to do it. Now that Microsoft is at least in the console space, Sony is like, all right, we'll try a little bit. We'll try a little bit, but we're not going to really try hard. Come on, guys. Come on, man. All right. So let's... No surprise on this news topic. I'm not surprised at all. If this... Like I said, we don't need no green light on this one to be true or false. This is what Microsoft has been giving us. All right. So as you guys can see right here, this is coming from Insider Gaming. And, you know, Tom Henderson over there and everything. So Microsoft could stop pushing Xbox consoles in Europe and other regions. Are you guys surprised? Are you guys surprised? Like, this is not, you know, some people are looking at this and like, oh man, really? Bro, they have already slowly pulling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of the console space. And on top of that, like in Europe and other regions, they're not selling as much. So I'm not surprised. I'm not. So let's dig into this article and just discuss this. All right. It said the marketing plans for Microsoft regarding its Xbox consoles could be changing in a major way. In the latest edition of Tom Warren's The Notepad, the newsletter, the push to sell Xbox consoles in Europe and other regions could be going the way of the dodo bird. OK, now, according to a quote tip Warren received, Microsoft will reportedly stop marketing Xbox console itself in Europe. Wow. And I know a lot of you European dudes, maybe some of y'all still buy consoles. Maybe some of y'all don't. Maybe some of y'all be like, well, I don't even care anyway. So Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, EMEA, instead, the company will focus solely on Game Pass, cloud gaming, PC, and Xbox controllers. Let that sink in, guys. Let that sink in. Game Pass, which we've already been saying, cloud gaming, which I've already been saying so many years on this channel, and PC, as well as Xbox controllers. I'm going to highlight the Xbox controllers after this one. Quote, Microsoft has been struggling to sell Xbox Series S, X consoles in many countries across the EMEA, and the tipster believes that Microsoft will now allocate less console stock to Europe as a result, he says. Am I surprised? No, I ain't. No, I ain't. It says Warren adds he hasn't been able to fully verify the information from the tipster and is still looking for more information. So again, we're going to take this with a huge grain of salt. But like I said, this should come as no surprise. Now, highlighting the portion of this tipster, whoever this guy is that gave Tom Warren that information. Like I said, listen to this, man. Listen to this. The whole part about the Xbox Game Pass, the whole part about cloud gaming and PC, that's believable. They've already said that. Okay. Now, the whole part about controllers, let's highlight controllers just for a second. Let's highlight that. Everybody and their mom knows and their dad knows that Microsoft is the king when it comes to accessories. Bro, I think I've seen more Xbox controllers, more different colors of Xbox controllers than games this entire generation.
No
like,
way.
No joke.
Oh, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Console sales almost at a loss. It's about software and Xbox killing them, and software sales keep it real. Marlon, check the quarterly Finacle reports.
Hey, listen. Of course they killing it, because right now Microsoft is winning like crazy right now in the software space. Like, if you look at Call of Duty alone will get anybody out of poverty. If you own the IP that's called Call of Duty, man, you are set for the rest of your life. And right now, Call of Duty alone, man, that's going to rake in billions upon billions for Microsoft. So Microsoft is not worried about the software space. You know what I'm saying? They are dominating in the software space. Right now, they got so many IPs, bro. So many IPs that they can pick, choose, and refuse where they want to put those IPs at. And at the same time, we have already known this. which Microsoft themselves have said during the FTC and the court documents and the FTC battle that Sony got the better IPs. They've said this verbatim, said that Sony have the better IPs. Sony have all the deals, right? Sony have all the exclusivity. And everybody knows this already. But now Microsoft is not playing around anymore. Now Microsoft is like, okay, Sony, you want to play? You want to play with us, huh? You want to play? Okay, guess what? We're going to buy everything. How about that? Since you want to sit there and hawk up all these freaking exclusivity deals over the years, you have over 200 plus, exclusivity deals and games and whatever. Okay, you want to play with us? Okay, all right. We're going to buy Activision Blizzard King, and we're going to take Call of Duty away from you, and we're going to make money off of you at the same time. Crazy. I mean, almost to the point where Sony was just crying over one game for a reason, because Call of Duty made up a lot of Sony's money. A lot of that money that Sony was making was off of Call. Even Activision themselves said it, that one of their biggest customers is Sony because of freaking COD. People love COD on PlayStation, bro. Look it up. This is a fact. Now the tide has changed. Now the ship is going in a whole different direction. Now, yeah, people are still going to be buying games, on PlayStation in terms of these Activision Blizzard games or whatever Microsoft decides to put out.
No way.
But
oh my Lord. Thank you.
Maybe Game Pass price hikes may not have anything to do with that deal. Maybe it's the loss of selling consoles?
Honestly, bro, it's a mixture of all. It's a mixture of them not selling as much in the console space, them just spending $69 billion on Activision Blizzard King, and they need to recoup that money. And on top of that, I knew it. I freaking knew it. When they added Call of Duty to Game Pass, when it came out of Phil's mouth that Call of Duty was going to be day one on Game Pass, I said, it's over. Price is going to go up. I said, guys, I said it on the show a while back. I said it multiple times. I said, are you guys ready to pay $20 a month for Game Pass? A lot of you dudes said, you are out of your mind, Marlon. No way, Jose. A lot of you dudes said that. I'm not paying $20. That's too much. Look what happened now. I'm not going to say you don't have a choice, but you do have choices. You don't have to subscribe to Game Pass. If $20 is too much for you, you got options. Plenty of options. You can go over to Sony, or you could go over to EA or Ubisoft, whoever else.
Oh, my Lord.
Right?
Thank you.
So you have options.
Sony had the better IP keyword had. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Man, listen, man. This is the Achilles heel of the situation. If you look at the games that Sony is gonna be putting out, and you look at the games that Microsoft just shown at last month's Xbox showcase, a lot of people are just like, oh man. Whoa, wait. So what do we have on the Sony side? A lot of people are like, I've seen a lot of people having, what do we have on the Sony side? Wolverine, Death Stranding 2. That's all we know. We don't know nothing else. We know that games are in development, but Microsoft just came out with a truckload of freaking games and updates on games. So it's like a lot of people are looking like, well, does Sony even have any games? Like what Sony remastering and remaking games that just, let's keep it a buck, like nobody is asking for it, right? So it's like, okay, where are the games? I've seen people, PlayStation YouTube channels making videos. Oh, where are the games? Sony, where are the games at? Where are the new IPs? What, like, seriously? And it's funny how things in times has changed, because remember the narrative? Remember the old narrative? Oh, Microsoft ain't got no games. You can't say that no more. You cannot, because it's a lie. You can't say that no more. You can't say Microsoft don't have no games, or else you be lying through your teeth. You be lying through your teeth. You can't say they ain't got no games no more. They do got games. They got more games than you can shake a stick at. Now, granted, you can say, oh, well, Marlon, that's not earned. They didn't earn those games. You know what I mean? They didn't cultivate those games from the ground up. Oh, Marlon, they just purchased those games. I hear you. But regardless of the fact, bro, a win is a win, right? A win is a win, right? Doesn't matter how you win. As long as you win, you win. That's how some people look at it. That's the mindset of some people. Whether they lie, cheat, and steal to get to the top, it don't matter. I got a W. I'm at the top of my game right now. It doesn't matter what I had to do to get to the top. It don't matter. Like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Ain't nobody stopping me. You see what I'm saying? So on the flip side of thing, make no mistake. Sony is watching. Sony is looking at what Microsoft is doing like a hawk. Like a hawk. Believe that. But Sony they're watching Microsoft. But at the same time, Sony knows what they got to do. Listen, man, they've been doing this before Microsoft in the console space. They are not stupid. They know what they're up against, and Microsoft is a threat to them right now. They might not be a threat in the console space, but they're a threat to them in the software space. That's crazy, right? Yeah, they are a threat to them. Because, Marlon, why is that? Just look at the game right now, bro. They literally had Sony to their knees with Call of Duty, bro. Literally have Sony begging. I never thought in a million years that I would have seen Sony beg and cried as much as they did for Call of Duty or for any game for Microsoft or just for anything at all. And we saw that. That was history. We saw that. But make no mistake that Sony got some games. They got some IPs that, man, I don't even know if they're coming back. All I can say is I have memories of those IPs. A lot of you dudes know I talk about those games until the sun is changing a different color. Doesn't mean Sony's going to bring them back, but Sony is not stupid and they know what they need to do to try to answer back to Microsoft and be like, okay, you took Call of Duty, you got Activision, you got Bethesda. Okay, we bought Bungie. Okay, there was a little rough patch with Bungie, acquiring Bungie, but okay, we're going to bounce back. And Sony is fine. In spite of all the crap that's going on right now where Sony ain't talking, they ain't showing no games, Sony is fine. Because at the end of the day, they know what they need to do. Microsoft, they have no worries in the world. Microsoft don't care. Microsoft is like, listen, if you want to buy our console, buy it. But we are winning right now in the software space. Like we can put our games wherever we want to put them, and y'all gonna buy them. You fanboys, y'all gonna buy them. And on top of that, all we got to do is keep pushing Game Pass. That's all we got to do, right? We got the cloud, we got the mobile side of things sold up, we got the PC side of things sold up. We ain't got nothing to worry about. We on top of our game right now. Yeah, we're going through an identity crisis. Yeah, some people think Xbox is dead, but hey, bro, we're still relevant. We're still here. People are still talking about us. We're still selling Game Pass. We're still pushing consoles. Might not be at the peak of what we want, but we're still doing our thing. Sony, on the other hand, Sony feels like, well, shoot, we don't need to budge. Nah, we'll let them wait till September. We'll keep them guessing. They're going to buy our consoles anyway. Plus, we got some games dropping this year. You know, we got Concord dropping. You know, we got, Silent Hill 2 dropping. We got Astrobot. We got Phantom Blade Zero. Come on, man. We got some games, but we don't need to rush right now. We're saving all the big stuff for next year. So we Gucci right now, and we are selling consoles. We good. Microsoft, whole complete different mindset. And that's fine, guys. You know what? In my closing on this whole situation, it's sad. It's sad. I miss the old Microsoft. I miss when they had the fight in them, the eye of the tiger. I miss that Microsoft. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. It's just not the same. And you know, we're only getting what we are getting right now. Only thing I'm saying for Microsoft is to push the quality of their games, continue to do that, and also make sure that they're dominating when it comes to these Xbox showcases or these gaming events. If I'm gonna say this, what would be really amazing is to see Sony and Microsoft go back and forth with showcases. I know it's not the same as the console space, guys, but that to me that will move consoles. We have seen it with the Series X. Last month we've seen it. So if Microsoft is on a mission and they're like, listen, you know what? And I feel like, let me say this before I go. I feel like, to the next topic, I feel like this is the reason why Microsoft is gonna go into the next generation, because they feel like, okay, we still got the formula, and based on data, these companies look at data. Based on the data that we've received from that Xbox showcase, this is all we need to do. This is all we need to do. And we can move some consoles, but it might not be enough. But we're Microsoft. We got the money, and we're still going to compete, right? In the way how we feel that we need to compete. That's it. That's literally it. And I feel like after this year, Microsoft is going to keep dropping banger showcases. But there's more work that needs to be done rather than just dropping banger showcases. Like, you need to do more work. Like, you need to make sure that the games that you're showing is high quality. And you also need to make sure that when you release the games, they're still high quality. Because if they look like garbage, I don't know if you guys remembered, you guys remembered,
Oh, no way.
Was it Watch Dogs?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Marlon, them IP's dead. They didn't sell, then they not selling in a free-to-play era. Just accept the Sony we grew up on died when Sean Layden left. Facts.
That's true, man. That is true. I am worried, man. I'm worried about Herman Hulse. I've said it before. I'm worried about Herman. I'm worried about just what we're going to be getting. And the focus, like I've said it numerous times, Sean Layden, when he left, and, the situation that happened with him, and then also Jack Trenton and all those guys, bro, like it's a whole different Sony now, bro. Like, it's a whole different, Sony is not the same like they used to be. And I have to accept that just like with Microsoft, changing the game right now. And I applaud them for allowing the have-nots to be able to have. Does that make any sense to you guys? To allow the gamers out there or the casuals out there who don't really have it like that to be able to play games. And I love Microsoft for that. Microsoft has lie, cheat, and steal their way to where they are right now. There's a lot of things that they have said verbatim. You can go look it up. Oh, we're not going to go up on the price of Game Pass because of this merger. We're not going up on the price. And look what they did. Come on. Everybody and their mama knew that was a lie. And everybody knew that they was going to go up on the price anyway. So who you fooling? You ain't fooling me. You fooling yourself. Because at the end of the day, we knew you guys were going to. Everybody knew that once they acquired Activision Blizzard King and Call of Duty was going to be relevant inside of Game Pass, game over. So you can lie and say, oh, yeah, well, it's not coming. We're not going to go up on the price. Yeah, okay. Tell that to somebody else. Just like the rest of these execs, bro, they all lie. They all say things and then they go back on their word. It's all about making the investors happy. It's all about making their shareholders happy. They don't care about anything else, bro. You could be mad all you want. I've learned the hard way. These companies do not care about your feelings. They don't care about how you feel. They're not your friend. You see what I'm saying? So they can give a doggone cry me a river. They don't care. Oh, okay. You mad? Okay, well, that's fine, baby. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. That's just the energy that you get from these companies. They don't care about your feelings. So I don't know, man. But Microsoft, they still got a lot of work to do. They still have to make sure that Game Pass is the end all be all thing that they're trying to make it to be. Like, they still have to put forth the effort and make high quality games to match their competition. Just wait until Nintendo gets in the arena. Oh boy. Wait until 2025 gets here. Oh boy. Y'all think this is a joke? The biggest money maker is dropping in 2025. Okay? Sony's supposed to be dropping that PS5 Pro this year. And then next year, all the bangers are dropping next year. Oh, just wait. Oh, Nintendo is going to show both Sony and Microsoft how it's done. Oh, Marlon, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever it's going to be called. Nintendo has no problem selling consoles. That's why they're in a league of their own. RIP to Mr. Iwata-san. Thank you so much, sir, for your service, your 9 years worth of service. I miss Iwata, because Iwata was just legendary, man. Legendary developer, legendary president, legendary leader for Nintendo. It's been 9 years since he passed, so moments of silence for Mr. Iwata-san. Yeah, may his soul rest in peace, man. You know, that man was responsible for a lot of success for Nintendo. You know, I as somebody that loved Nintendo and grew up on Nintendo and covered Nintendo, it's crazy, you know, but Nintendo now is like not even the same like they used to be, but they still keeping those legendary IPs going, and they're still trying to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to the hardware in terms of power, considering they used to be about power. So again, that's why I say you can't throw Nintendo in the mix with Microsoft and Sony, because it's two different type of gumbo. One is shrimp and the other one is chicken and beef. Chicken and beef go together. The shrimp, I mean, it can go together, but it's just, I don't know. I'd rather just have the chicken and beef gumbo. That's just me. And leave the shrimp by itself. But I'm just saying, guys, like Sony know what they need to do. The pressure is on Sony, bro, because Sony have this new hardware, this PS5 Pro that they're getting ready to drop, and they gotta show the games like soon. And they gotta promote this thing soon. Nintendo don't have this problem. Nintendo knows this is automatic. This is a mid-generation refresh versus a whole new console generation.
Oh,
so
no way. Oh, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There you have it.
When Switch 2 gets revealed, it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's game over. When Nintendo drops that Switch 2, it's going to overshadow every other console on the market. Sony knows this. Microsoft knows this. Ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it. It's just like a hurricane. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. You better move out the way. Move out the way. Run for shelter. Run for cover. Because this hurricane, it ain't slowing down for nobody. Mother Nature is not slowing down for nobody. Mother Nature don't care who you is. Just like Nintendo, they don't care who you is. They don't care if it's Sony. They don't care if it's Microsoft. They don't care if it's Amazon. They don't care if it's Apple. They don't care. They drop that Nintendo console. It's over. It's going to dominate the entire quarter, the entire year. It's going to be the most talked about thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. That's just the way it is. And Nintendo, they just have that ability. Microsoft, when Microsoft comes out with their next generation console, yeah, people are going to be hyped for it and buy it, but it's not going to have the same weight. I'm sorry. You guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's just not going to carry the same weight. It's not going to carry the same weight as Nintendo, and it ain't going to carry the same weight as Sony. Sorry. That's just the way it is. And Microsoft has put themselves in that situation. When they come out with that next gen Xbox, there's going to be some hype. People are going to buy it. but not as much as Microsoft would like, because look at the situation that we're in right now and how they're just not showing the console segment or the console market any sort of aggressiveness. What makes you think that a more newer architecture, more newer console is going to change the matrix? It's not. The matrix is going to remain the same. Facts. Right? People who care for the console is going to buy it. Will it be enough? Will it be Xbox One generation enough? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, look at where they're at right now. They're lagging behind Xbox One and 360. Will that change by the end of this generation? Maybe, but they have a lot of work to do to catch up to Sony. They're literally over 20 million consoles deep next to Sony right now. This is no joke. Over 20 million less consoles than Sony. This is no freaking joke. Actually, no, 30 million. Because, wait, wasn't it 60 million that we heard for Sony and then 28 million for Xbox Series consoles, the last numbers that we have gotten? Yeah, so they're 30 in the hole right now. They're literally 30 in the hole. So they have a lot of work to do to catch up to Sony if they really want to top out this console generation, right? And on top of that, they come out with a new console generation. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same type of energy, bro. If Microsoft does not change and be like, okay, we're giving it one last chance, one last fight, which they may or may not do, but we'll see. All right. So let's go on here to the next topic here. And I think this is huge W for Sony and PlayStation 5 owners. Depending on how you look at it. Now, you don't have to like the situation, and that's completely fine. But I still think that this is a huge W if you are a PlayStation 5 owner, if you do have PlayStation Plus. So Sony, which I think every company should do this and continue to do this. So Sony right now, shouts to Sony, by the way, they hooked us up with Concord. So I got the info today. So I downloaded Concord for PS5 and I have it on PC. So I have both PC and PS5 code. So I will be playing it, on PC. You guys already know. I'm gonna show you guys how it looks on PC. If you guys want to make a purchase on the game, I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna show you PS5 and PC. But this is dope that they're doing this for PlayStation Plus users. So hey, you're paying for the subscription service, man. That's the least Sony can do, because they could have easily have said, nope, go to GameStop, go to our PlayStation store and pre-order our game. Sony is like, nah, we're going to be nice about this one. We this is what we should be doing. And I hope they continue to do this where everybody gets to play. Look at Microsoft. Microsoft is doing the same thing. And even better, like they want everybody to experience the games that they have and that they're making on whatever platform it is, whatever device it is that Xbox is supported on. So kudos to Sony, huge W. We do have some details on the beta here. So basically it's going to be free for PlayStation Plus members this weekend. So it's going down, I believe, tomorrow? So I will have gameplays for you guys starting tomorrow. Thanks to Sony for hooking us up with the codes. So those who do not have an active PlayStation Plus membership and still want to join Concord's beta will either need to pre-order to jump in this weekend or wait on a upcoming open beta. Early access beta will be open between July 12th at 10 a.m. PDT to the 14th. And then the open beta will take place between July 18th at 10 a.m. PDT on the 21st. So, so for PC players, you're going to have to wait a little bit. For PC players, you're going to have to wait a little bit. So for consoles, well, at least not consoles, but you guys get what I'm saying. For PS5, you're going to be able to start playing tomorrow. So you'll be able to pre-download the game starting now. So go grab that. Go check it out. Like I said, when it comes to Concord, I've already said that I was willing to give it a shot to try it out. I'm not the biggest hero type of guy when it comes to this PvP hero. I mean, I've given Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy a shot and a love back then. And I actually love that game, you know, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm not the biggest hero shooter type of guy. I mean, you know, Overwatch and stuff. I mean, at first when we got Overwatch, it was cool, but then we got Overwatch 2, it's more of the same, and it's just like, But Concord, I've said that I do love the gunplay. The gunplay does look good. And so we'll see tomorrow. I'll check it out. I'll let y'all know my thoughts. You guys know I keep it real with y'all, so I'll let y'all know my thoughts for the PS5 tomorrow, and also for PC. PC is coming on the July 18th, so that's next week. So I'll have the PC gameplay ready to go, live stream ready to go for you guys on that one. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Do you guys think that's a huge W on Sony's behalf to allow PlayStation Plus players to be able to enjoy Concord? Let me know. At least you can try it. See if you like it. Don't, like I always say, don't knock it until you try it. All right. Let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's talk about PS Portal. Now, hear me on this one, okay? Now, remember, Microsoft is set to introduce a handheld of some capacity. We don't know. We don't know what this handheld is going to be. Shah Samor's Law is dead. He said that he got word, this was a while ago, that Sony is in talks to bring back the handheld. And I was like, word? Like a PS Vita 2 or PSP successor or whatever the case may be. But they were in talks about this. And I was like, oh, shoot. Now, you can say whatever you want to say about PS Portal, and I will agree with you that it's not a handheld. It's not. Everybody knows it's remote play. We already had remote play on our phones, tablets. You know, we've been doing Razer Kishi. We've been doing, what's that other controller called again? The little attachment. I forgot what it's called right now. We already been experiencing remote play. Nothing new. And that's basically what it is, a remote play handheld. Well, not even handheld, just a remote play device. I'm going to just say device. It's not a handheld. It's a device. So Sony has seen massive success with PS Portal. It sold way more than what they were expecting. Here's where I throw my 2 cents on this, on top of what Moore's Law is dead have already shared. I could see Sony, which I've already said this before, but I can see Sony going back into the handheld space. And I mean, I don't know. Price it around the same price as the PS Portal. $250. What do you guys think? $250? Come out with a PSP 2? Man, that would be. I love the PSP, dog. I think I have like 3 or 4 PSPs, bro. Like, no joke. When we start doing these retro streams, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. I have at least 3 or 4 PSPs, like no cap. And I have 2 imported PS Vitas. I love the PS Vita. But that PSP, love the PSP, bro. Listen, man. It's time. I think, I don't know if Sony is, even though they're in talks of doing this, if it's true, I don't know if they're really going to be aggressive in that part, but looking at what the PS Portal is able to do in terms of sales for Sony, and it's in a massive successful way, don't be surprised if they say, okay, let's do another handheld, but let's price it accordingly, right? And accordingly, I mean into what we have already gotten with PS Portal, like around that price point. You see what I'm saying? Like, people will buy it, bro. If they come out with a PSP 2 or something dedicated, and we're not talking about no bullcrap UMD situation or no bullcrap storage, expensive storage like with Vita or whatever the case may be, and they find a way to work out the kinks with that, man. Listen, now is the time, because the handheld space right now is crazy. Everybody and their mama is doing a handheld PC. You see what I'm saying? You got Asus, you got Lenovo, you got MSI with the MSI Claw. I'm not Logitech. I'm not joking. Like, everybody is making a handheld. So Microsoft is supposed to be doing one. Like, guys, this is no joke. So based off the success that Sony is seeing on this, maybe they might say, let's do one for $250 or let's do one for $299. It's at $299. That's $300. That's the price of a Series S. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's a little rumblings, little feathers rumbling, but I don't know. I with Sony, you just don't know what they're gonna do. Like, it's just the way it is. But check this information out. This is coming from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Okay, love you guys. So, Sony's PlayStation Portal gamble has paid off. If sales are anything to go by, 8 months after its release, listen to this, 8 months after its release, the PS5 accessory continues to sell in major markets, according to Circana. The PS5 remote player was U.S. market's best-selling accessory. Are you guys hearing? In dollar sales for the month of May, as well as the year 2024 to date. That is insane. So, again, I don't know. I don't know if this is enough for Sony to say, we making one. We gon', since people are buying this, maybe this is just a measuring stick for us to say, yeah, let's come out with a handheld and let's price it, similar to the PS Portal, or maybe the same price as the PS Portal, and see if we can really wiggle our way into it. Who knows? You know how Sony is, guys. So this is Matt over at Circana. May spending on accessories dropped 8% when compared to a year ago. $148 million. Headset and headphone spending growth 10% in May when compared to a year ago was offset by 12% dip in gamepad spending. So there you go on that one. And then Matt finished this off and said the PlayStation Portal was the best-selling accessory dollar sales for both May and 2024 year to date. So we'll see, man. I mean, it's not showing no signs of, slowing down and things of that nature. So we gonna do our thing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do our thing on that one. Maybe not. We'll see what Sony decides to do. All right. So let's see here. We are in the Q&A portion of the show. So if you guys have any questions, Tarnish. If you guys have any questions, Tarnish, get good. Get good. That's what the From Software fan base always say. Get good. Get good. Get what? I can't hear you. You said what? Huh? Can't hear you. You said what? It's too hard. It's too hard. Boy, get good. That's what they be saying, boy. That's what they be saying. Get good. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it's doing so well. PS Portal, a lot of people have been waiting for something like that, though, from Sony. And the fact that it's only $200 and Sony have been updating it. I mean, they just added the public network ability so you can hook up to like public Wi-Fi. Plus, there's some, UI changes and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, there's some, there's some incentives there for people who, generally speaking, really want that. So yeah, man, make sure you guys smash that like button for me, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I appreciate you guys, man, for being here today, man. Yeah, God bless y'all. And keep us in y'all prayers, guys. Keep us in y'all prayers. Thank y'all for y'all love. Yeah, Nikki. Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, maybe Sony is going to look at this and be like, well, maybe we might come out with another successor. I mean, you just never know. It says some of your fans are Ray the Man. Listen, bro. It said gaming still isn't seen as a kid thing. It says while saying Nintendo is only for kids, weird stuff. yeah, Nintendo is not just for kids. It's for everybody. Nintendo has always been a everybody console. Doesn't matter who you are, your background, where you're from, how old you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Like, Nintendo is for everybody. You know, Nintendo has something for everybody. You know, whether it's Metroid, Zelda, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. It's for everybody, man. Not just for kids. You know? I mean, I plenty of grown men out there playing Zelda and Mario. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it is, man. You know? That's just the way it is. He said, y'all pushing at least 40. Look at Roberto. You something else, bro. But you know what? Hey, man, the older you get, the better it gets for you, you know? I know some people say, like, the older you get as a gamer, the more the check engine lights come on, but it matters on how you take care of yourself. You know what I mean? It matters on how you take care of yourself. It said Monopoly is never good for the end consumer. Hopefully Xbox keeps up. It's not. It's not. He said, please fix the AC so we can come. I got you, babes. I got your message. I got your message. So we're just taking a couple more questions and we're gonna fix the AC. I got you. It says 40s people still playing Animal Crossing. Exactly. And like I said, 40s is not old, bro. Like 40s, you're in your prime at that point. You're in your prime. And there's no age limit on games or what games you should play. Like she said, Gaskin says, yes, go and fix the AC. He said the baby needs cool air. Thank you. I will go fix it. I'm 20 more minutes and I'll go fix it. It says, is 50s old? 50s, like, I mean, you're halfway through your life at that point. I mean, I think it's still subprime. I mean, you're basically in your prime time of your life. And you're I would say it's more of a peak in your life. It's more, you're hitting your peak. You know what I mean? Like you're almost to your max. So, yeah. But 50 is not old though. It's not. Now, you talking about 60, 70? Okay. All right. You're getting up there at that point. But 50 is not old. 40 is not old. 40, I mean, you're still young. 50, you're still young. You know what I mean? Now, when you talking about anything over 60, all right. It says 70s is old. Yeah, 70s is old. Yeah. 70s is old, man. He says, we are by my mom's in the AC. He called me today when I was about to come home and said it wasn't working, so we stayed where we were at. You doggone right. You doggone right. I ain't fixing to have y'all over here. It says, if you are 70s playing Nintendo, you're cooked off. Hey, don't be surprised, man. Hey, don't be surprised because there's a lot of people that in their 70s, you know what I mean, and still gaming to this date. What was that lady, that old lady? I think she was in her 60s or 70s. She was still playing Elder Scrolls. Remember that lady? I think she has a YouTube channel and things of that nature, but not. I love you guys, kid. I love you. He said, you see that grandma who like thousands of hours in. Yeah. Who had thousands of hours? Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, like a lot of older people play Nintendo stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of older people, man, play Nintendo stuff. And it's for different reasons because they just like those type of games and they grew up on those type of games, you know, from the 80s with Nintendo. So, yeah. It said PS Home needs to make a comeback. Agree? Yeah, it does. It does need to make a comeback, but chat, not every man. I remember PlayStation Home, bro. Like, I still have my PlayStation Home shirt from going to E3, talking to Sony, and They gave me a bunch of codes to give away. This was like years ago. Some of y'all don't remember PlayStation Home. It says, I will be glad to be in my 50s. It said, my kids are small now, but later on, I am saying... Yo, Gaskin, you are insane, man. He says, I pray that part works. If not, you need to turn into an AC repairman because I cannot be melting like popsicle. Hey, I hear you, babes. It's going to work. I'm having faith. AC is going to, it's going to work today. I have faith. AC is going to work. It's going to work, babes. It says many 70-year-olds were playing with their with their grandkids. Yeah. On Nintendo. Yeah. He said PS Home was like 15 years too early. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, man, because I wish that was around now. You know what I mean? Because it's just, man, it would have been so much better now. You know, the technology that we have now, yeah, PlayStation Home would be just through the roof. I mean, you know, the engagement that Sony would be getting right now, it would be through the roof, man. It says, I thought PS Home was going to change gaming forever. In some capacity, I think it did. But, yeah. He said that ridiculous nightclub machine PC machine that shows bright lights looks like an air conditioner. Man, this is why I love Gaskin, bro. Oh my God. Gaskin, I love you. I love you, Gaskin. It says, oh my God, yes. It said they had a couple. It says so much money off. Yeah. It said, tell him to get that in the window to cool the house. Gaskin want me to use my PC to cool the house, bro. I love Gaskin, man. I love Gaskin. You gotta love Gaskin. Gaskin want me to use my PC. She said it looks like an AC unit. She want me to use my PC to cool the house with all them lights. It says, and there's that old guy who looks like he's about to be 80 and cooking people. Yeah, I know, in Battlefield. That's what I'm telling you, man. Age has nothing to do with it, bro. As long as you still got the skills, bro, man, you can show these youngins how it's done. You could show these youngins how it's done. It says, let's get a video of you repairing the AC, a tutorial. Oh, man. That would be nice, huh? He said he already did a tutorial of him putting in an air conditioner together. Oh, shoot. He said also if could be praying for my family. It says I have a family member that was using a generator and the hurricane had and it exploded and caught him and the house on fire. Yes. Please pray. Please pray for us, guys. Yes. It's called a 4090 air condition. Oh, Lord, have mercy. 4090 air condition. Oh, Lord. Y'all hear that, guys? The 4090 air condition. Say it with me, y'all. 4090 air condition. Craig. Craig. Yo, Craig is dried in the desert, bro. Oh my God. Thank y'all for the well wishes, man. He says, I'll buy that. You buy that 4090 air condition? I know you would. Hey, what's up? Ray? Ray Shaw. Big money. What's popping? It says, where's the cooking channel? It says, I'm trying to learn from Chef Marlon. Hey, you know what? I'm planning on doing something for members. Like, so if you're a member and stuff, yeah, we're going to start that up like soon, you know, where we'll be cooking and gaming. We'll see what we can do. You know, we'll see what we can do. What's good, Marlon and chat? What's up? Say, here we go. It says, I like how people pretend to know what's going on at Microsoft. It says, is it true you already have PS5 Pro shipped by Sony along with the game codes? Oh, Lord. Come on, man. You can't be saying all that right now, man. Come on, man. I told you not to say anything, man. And you out here just talking harsh. Come on, bro. Like, you can't be saying all that, bro. It says it's better than a loss of a life. Yeah, but it's still horrible. Yeah, most definitely. Said Marlon, teach me how to cook a turkey. Hey, man. Hey, I got you boys, man. I got you boys, man. I got y'all boys. He said, yeah, the richest company in the world is taking a beating. Haha. He said, it's a blessing. Yo, D Rose. What's up, man? Shout outs to D Rose, man. D Rose in the house. Shout outs to my cousin, man. What's good? What's good, fam? Yo, make sure y'all go subscribe to my cousin, man. Show him some love. Cinematics, make sure y'all go subscribe to him. You know, he's trying to still figure out his content and stuff like that. He has a good heart. He's consistent, man. And he streams, and he's a variety streamer. Yeah, show him some love, man. That's my cousin right there, Cinematics. Go sub to him if you haven't already. You know, he cover gaming news from time to time. You know, he do Let's Plays and stuff like that. Yeah, show my cousin some love, man. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. That's my cousin. It says, show us how to make tortilla. Oh, man. Tortillas, huh? It said, listen, Xbox gaming and Windows. Well, I mean, I don't know, but we'll see, man. You know how it is around here, man. You know how it goes, bro. It says Sony already sent Marlon the PlayStation 2024. Come on, man. Y'all can't be saying that, man. You can't be saying that. You know, you can't be saying that, bro. I see a lot of people unsubbing. I see a lot of people unsubbing Game Pass because PC players are only paying $12.99 while the console players are paying $20. Are you serious? Is this really going on? There's no way. 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 There's no. You're saying people are unsubbing from console Game Pass? Wow. There's no way, man. There's no way. There's no way. Really? Wow. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm surprised, but hey, man. I can't say I'm surprised. You know, like, you know, people just, I don't know, man. Like I said, you know, you got to look at it. Like I was talking to my cousin yesterday and I told him, I said, listen, Game Pass is $20. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Every single month. That's a bill every single month. But my cousin, he was saying like, look, you don't have to stay subscribed. Like you can play the games you want to play and then unsubscribe. You see what I'm saying? And then stop that bill because not every single month. And this was so true on what he was saying. Not every single month. Like I've always been telling you guys that they're going to be dropping bangers that you care about. So why keep the subscription going when, you know, month to month, they might not be games that you care about? Unsubscribe and cut that bill down because truth be told, you got kids, you got Disney Plus, you got Hulu, you got Netflix. I mean, all that money adds up. If you add up all the subscription services that you're paying for, including PlayStation Plus and all that and Ubisoft, I don't know all of y'all financial stuff, but you're paying for Ubisoft, you're paying for EA, man, that's hundreds of dollars every month coming out of you. I'm just saying. Haha. Xbox's King says fake gamers. That's a lot. That's a lot of money coming out of you. You know what I mean? So you got to decide on like, you know, like what you want. You said PC Game Pass is cheaper. Yeah, it is cheaper. Because you don't have to pay for online, right? It said, yo, Marlon, I don't know if you remember, but it's Q. We used to work together back in the day at an arcade. Dang, you blew up the past 10 or so years. Good to see you Well, be well. Oh, wait a minute. Q. Trying to remember which arcade again. Remind me, man. It's been so long, man. It's been so long. Yo, big ups to you, Q, man. Great to see you in here, my brother. That's crazy, man. People that I used to work with still come through and support the channel. That's amazing, man. A lot of people that I used to work with remember the grind, man. Remember the 9 to 5 grind, bro. That's amazing, man. Great to see you in here, Q, man. Big up yourself, bro. Yes, sir. Gaddy Town with Michael. Oh, I remember that, bro. I remember that. Yo, let's go. Wow. That's crazy, bro. Shout outs, man. Shout outs. Gaddy Town. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Your boy used to work at Gaddy Town, boy. You know, making sure them kids get on them go-karts, making sure the pizzas are done, you know, cleaning up, and man, oh boy, them days. Your boy struggled to get here, man. 17 years I've been doing this, man. 17 and a half years, and I'm proud of it. I was talking to my dad today, and I was telling him, he was telling me how proud of me he is. He was like, man, you've been doing it that long? I'm like, yeah, man, 17 and a half years. This channel, 10 years. So I remember, man, it's crazy. Says better go get here and go on a go-kart and get that AC. Oh boy, guys, I love y'all so much, man. Shout outs to everybody who came in today, man. Keep us in your prayers, guys. We're still trying to rebuild our house, get our house fixed and stuff like that. And I got to go now and get this AC fixed so that the wife can come home and AC can be running. And that's one less thing that we don't have to worry about. Thank you, Gaskin, for the generosity today. Thank all of you guys for the generosity today. You guys did not have to do it. We appreciate you guys. But I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to go right now before it gets dark and work on this AC and get this AC fixed. So I love y'all. Hug somebody. Tell them you love them. Put God first. Everything last. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for your blessings and for your well wishes. And keep us in your prayers, guys. When you go to bed at night, you know, or wherever you are, just send a prayer up for me. Send a prayer up for First Lady. You know, we appreciate y'all, and we're hanging in there, and we're just going to keep pushing. All right. So I love y'all.